Hello, and welcome to Miniature Wargaming Labs. This is Brian, and today I am going to be showing you how to build some of the TinkerTurf Terrain that I got in the Elevations box. I will be going through, these are the finished products, and I will be going through building each one of each one, to show you how it's built and how well it goes together. So to get started, you're going to need some supplies. I like to have some parchment paper just to put my wood glue in. I like using the Gorilla wood glue. Any wood glue works. A little applicator. I like to do something metal to put it on the sides and everything. So metal's just easier to wash off. So I just have it's a little metal file, but it's it's easy to put stuff on with it. And then some fine grit sandpaper just to get the sides nice and sand down. So first we're going to start out by building the large staircase. Stands by itself, which is super cool. So for that, you'll need these pieces. Everything's I already cut everything out. Came out really easy, so I've got to say this is really nice. So just start off with a little dollop of wood glue. And make sure to go around the edges a little bit just to give it a little sanding, to get rid of those spots where it was connected. Just makes it look nicer. You don't want to sand too much because then it starts separating the cardboard. So you don't want to do too much. I already did a lot of this already, but just to show you what to do. Now make sure that you're doing it the right way. Remember, if it curves in, make sure that it curves in like that, where it's a smooth edge out. And all you're going to do, it's pretty easy. Now the nice thing about this kit is that it provides you with some extra pieces. So if you lose or break anything, it's nice you have replacements. So I mean, everything fits together really well. And once you glue everything, it's really nice. I'm starting here at the top, which I don't recommend. I don't know why I did that. Start at the bottom, just because it's easier to, finagle it. Or not. I mean, you'll figure it out. It's pretty easy. Everything goes together really well. I do like putting 2 in. So wipe up any excess. I mean, it's wood glue. It comes off pretty easy. I like putting 2 in just so you have some stability when you put the second one on. So I'm going to go over here. Now my wood glue is going to dry out really quickly. I'm going to tell you that right now, just because I live in New Mexico and it's hot, it's dry, and I got the air conditioner going, so it is. So see how it just slides right in there. Make sure everything's tight. On some of the other items I will be using clamps. That's just to make sure that everything is nice and together. So I'll be going through here, and then make sure you don't have too much because then it just gets everywhere. So just put a little there, put a little there, on the next one. And this stuff goes together really well. I put everything together except for one of each different thing, just to show everybody how it's done and how it looks. And I did all of that in like a day, a couple hours worth of work. Nothing horrible. Like if you've done anything like MDF terrain or even or plastic terrain, that takes forever. So this definitely. And then you got to paint it. So this is super quick, super easy. It is cardboard, so you got to watch out for that. It does take a little more. It is a little more destructible. So just keep an eye out for that. All right. So put a little there, put it there. So when you get down to here, just got to make sure that, lining everything up. But I mean, it's very self-explanatory. It doesn't come with any instructions, which is why I'm doing this, but most of it is pretty self-explanatory. There were some that I had a little bit of a problem with, but I was able to figure those out, and you know, if I can figure it out, you definitely can figure it out. So there's that. Now I did drop one of the steps, and I'm not going to take the time to go find it, which is why they sent an extra one. So just go grab that one so I don't have to waste any time, and slide that in, make sure everything's tight, clean up any extra glue that's around. You can go through this, look whatever you want, so I like to go and make sure everything's clean. Alright, so that is the staircases for TinkerTurf's elevation terrain. Super quick, super easy. That was less than 5 minutes to build, and let it dry, and boom, you're ready to go. And you got 2 of these in the pack, so plenty of elevations, and then we'll move on to the small one next. Alright, so we're moving on to the small staircase, which connects between different elevations, which is really nice. So this comes with 3 of these. I'm just going to build one for you. So you're going to need these pieces, more steps, and you know, you'll know them. Once again, go through and sand them down. There'll be some parts where you'll see where it's connected to the main cardboard. So just clean that up. Make sure it looks really nice. You don't have to. That's just something I recommend. It makes it a little nicer. Now, as you can see, my glue's already pretty dry. So just make sure. You're going to go through a lot of wood glue with this, especially if you're in a dry climate like I am. Make sure to wipe off any excess. So just get some in there. Now some of these parts are really, really snug, which is really nice. Some of them can do with a little more wood glue. So mistakes do kind of come out on this a little more than other things because you can't cover it with paint. So just be mindful of what you're doing. And sometimes when you do press it in, it does like to catch and can rip the cardboard. So just keep an eye out on that. Make sure everything fits nice, everything's in tight. This stuff will dry fast, and that's how you make the small staircase. So it comes with 3 of these, which is really nice. And I'll put it all together later. Alright, so we're going to move on to the pillars. So the small pillars. These ones are pretty easy, really nice to build. Comes with a whole bunch of them. Just so you can build the elevation. So it's going to be 2 different pieces, which makes it really, really nice and easy. So the first piece bends at 2 different points, making it a 3-fold. What I like to do is I like to make sure that it's nice and folded first. Give it some flex, and then all you're going to do is slide it in. Now this one, just be a little careful. I'm going to glue it now. But it's super easy. Now this one does tend to be the one that rips a little bit more often than any of the others, so just be careful when dealing with that. So put a little glue on there. Snap that together. Now one thing is it sometimes can be a little wonky just because of how it is, but that's fine. I'll show you these later, how to build these, but if you build these first, they make really good pilots for them. They're the feet So if you do that, and it kind of straightens it out, and you can just keep it like that till it dries, and boom, you got a pillar. It comes with, I think, 20 of these, if not more. Really nice. You put the platforms on them, and it raises them really nice. Alright, next we're going to build the large feet. These are going to be what you put the bars on to give things some structural integrity, and really nice. Alright, so these are pretty easy to build. You're going to need these pieces. Let's just get a little dollop of glue. Get a little tool here. First, to take care of these, you just get in there a little bit with the glue. Make sure you got the right pieces going to each part. Then that's going to go in these when you put it down. First part done. Now, what I really like about these is that it has little points where it says this is where you glue. So you see glue here, and then these are the target points where you're going to put those glued parts. When you can put glue on either one of them, which is what I'm going to do. So I like to put it a little round because I know it's going to hold a little bit better. Now, what I like to do is I like to make sure that these are held in place pretty well. And I have some handy-dandy little clips. Alright, so that's going to hold. So while I do the next one. And boom. Got that on there. We'll let that set for a little bit. And then you're going to put these and glue them like this, and you'll get this as a result. This will lay flat like that, and then you can put a couple of these beams on them, and then I'll show a completed project once at the end of this video. Makes it really nice. Alright, the next thing we're going to build is the single foot. So these are going to go on the beams just like the large foot, and just give it a little more stability. So you could put that by itself. So you have options when building your terrain once this is all built. So just like the last one, it has the where you glue and where your target for the glue is. So I like to put it a little around, you know. And then I like I said before, I like to put clamps on them just to make sure that they stay and get glued. Now, just like with the last foot, you're going to take these, put a little glue, make sure it's nice and glued, and then when this is done, you're going to glue that onto there, and you'll get this as a result. And it comes with a bunch of them. This is only 4. I'll show you what it looks like when we're all done with building everything. Next thing we're going to build are the connectors. So these are going to go in between beams, kind of like this. So you can build it taller. So you connect 2 beams like that. These ones go together really nice and easy. So you're going to take these. It doesn't matter; they were all the same. So you're just going to grab a little bit of glue. Slide that together. Boom. Clean it up a little bit. It's really nice. Alright, now I'll show you a little trick that I found while building these. Put that on there and then build the next one, because that's going to keep that together in the right place. Now you're going to put that on there. So you gotta be careful, especially if it's not dry. See, and there you go. Boom, now it's going to keep that nice and correct. And then you can put this side on too. Of course, we're going to glue those just for maximum support. There we go. I like to separate it a little bit like that before I glue it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of glue, put it there, there, a little bit there, and there. Glue, glue, don't forget both sides since this is a double-sided item. Make sure to clean up any messes you make. Pinch that together. And like I've done with everything else, I'm just going to clamp that. Clamp that. And this one, just to make sure, because it is going to bow out in the middle, put another clamp in the middle, and that'll make it really nice. Alright, now we're going to build the large beams, and these are nice. These are just like the small beams, 2 pieces. Goes together really nice, real quick. So you're just going to take a little bit, put it in where everything connects. Should keep everything kind of clean. Like I said with the other beams, make sure to fold these first so it gives that nice flexibility. And then I'm going to take this piece and slide it on in. For extra stability, if you want, you can take a clamp and put it like that, just to make sure that it glues. But it's not really needed with these ones because they slide together so well. Alright, now on to the meat of this kit. So we're going to build the platforms. This is where the play is going to be. So there comes with several different sizes. So you're going to have, this is going to be the small size, which comes with a couple of them in the kit. So 2 main parts. So you're going to see where the glue needs to go and where the glue bits are going to be. So it's going to come out like that, and this is what you're going to see at the bottom. Alright, so let's get some glue on there. Glue there. Glue there. Glue there. Now since this is the top one, I like to put a little glue in some other places where it might come apart, or gaps might come to be, and the less gaps you have in your terrain, the better, in my opinion. There we go. Good enough. Let's slap that on there, and like I've done with everything else, I like to clamp it up. Just make sure it seals nicely. And now you're going to put that aside while you build the rest of it. So just like with the feet, you're going to have these little connectors that you put together. And you want to make sure that these are the right pieces. So if they look like this, they are not. If you can use different ones. So there you go. That's the ones you want to use. So it comes together and makes a nice little connector piece, and that goes into the bars. All right, so let's build some of these. I'm not going to bore you with building every single one of them. So that's what it's going to look like, and these are going to go here when it all is said and done. So that should be about done drying. So now you're going to take these 2 pieces, and these 2 pieces are going to go like this. So I like to glue the first one down. Oop, didn't mean to do that one, but glue's going to go in there anyways. Alright, now I do like to add a couple dots. So make sure you get the right one. whichever one you're going to start with has to be the one with that facing up. Alright, so that's going to go there. And I put glue in the other one. Alright, so then that's all you have to do after that is add the feet and you'll get that. Alright, next we're going to be working on the medium platform, which this kit comes with 2 of these, just like the last one, just a little bit bigger. Alright, so we're, start with the 2 big pieces, find the one that has the glue markings on it, and, just start putting glue on it. I definitely do suggest these kits. These kits are really awesome. I'll be doing a couple other videos on some of the other kits that they have. And honestly, I just can't wait to get more. Cool, you got your clamps on, you're ready to move on to the next part. Once again, you're going to make the feet. Probably seen this done 10 times already, but just going over it again. These are one of the most important part in this kit because it connects everything. Alright, so do that. Boom, you're just going to do that 4 times. And then by the time you're done with those, it'll be set and see how it didn't. So we'll build a couple more. I will be using these for Infinity. They're really good for Necromunda. They're really good for Zona Alpha. Really any sci-fi game. Even 40K. Alright, next we're going to build the large platform. I don't have a representation of this because there's only one per kit, so I built the connectors first, just so you don't have to watch me do that another time. But just like with everything else, it has pretty much the same exact kind of build, which is nice. It's just a little bit bigger. So you see me put a lot on there, a lot more than you might think necessary, but I think from my previous building of these, it is necessary and needs to, especially with the size of this, and it is a little, as you can tell here, it's a little odd. So, once again, like everything else, clamp it up. Yeah, paper clips, these are perfect for this. So we got 2 of these. So just like the medium one, and put some in there. And put that there, and this other one over here. And after I'm done putting this all together, I'll show you all a completed set and what that would look like on the table. I knew I was missing something. Don't forget this, it goes here. Don't be like me and just blindly go. And don't forget to sand these as well. Don't do it too hard because there's where it connects to the main sprue. You just want to get rid of those little burrs there. And that's that. Next you'll just attach these to the corners, and then once I do that, I'll show you how everything goes together. Alright, now that we're all done building this kit, here's an example of what you can do with the kit. As you can see, you could have plenty of levels to do elevations with, plenty of different configurations that you could do. You could connect them through the feet. You have plenty of feet to play with, plenty of single feet to play with. I mean, I didn't have enough legs to give this height, but it looks great. It's going to look great on a table. Once I'm done with all of these kits, I'm going to show what all of them look like on a table, and hopefully play some games on it sometime soon. Alright, so that wraps up our build with us for the TinkerTurf Elevations Neutral Style pack. You can find it at your friendly local game store or online. Give it a check out because it's really cool. It looks really good. Alright, thanks for joining us. Have a good one.